Welcome. Welcome, parents, partners, families, friends, and most of all, the class of 2013. Woo! So your graduation is also my first UCLA graduation, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be a member of the class of 2013, so thank you for letting me join you. Now, if your graduation is anything like my master's graduation for the master's students or PhD graduation for our doctoral students, you will remember nothing that any of us say. Now, there's a reason for that, which is it's going to be completely overshadowed by what should overshadow it, which is this joyful celebration of your incredible accomplishment to get to this day and the launching of your public health career. So, cognizant of how hard it is going to be to remember anything, I just have a few things I'm going to ask you to remember. For those of you who think a number is worth 1,000 words, I'd like you to remember 6. 27, 62, 140, 214, 61, and 5. That is not your lottery ticket. We're going to come back to what it is. And for those of you who think the fewer the numbers, the better, or who can just remember 1, please just remember the number 1. Okay, so those first set of numbers, 27, 62, 140, 214, Americans take 27 million trips abroad every year. 62 million people travel to the United States each year. LA alone is home to people and families originating from 140 countries, and 214 million people around the globe have migrated to another country. So the amount of human movement on this planet is unprecedented. And it's not just people who move, and that brings me to 61 and 5. Took only 61 days between when Mexico very rapidly reported a respiratory illness to the World Health Organization and when H1N1 became the highest level pandemic concern. And it only takes 5 days for air pollution to go from Asia to the California coast. That's before you get to tobacco and fast food companies moving their sales globally, greenhouse gases in one country affecting global warming for us all. So that brings me to the number that for those of you who, like me at my graduation, can barely remember anything after you walk out except the diploma that's soon going to be in your hands, that's the one, which is there is just one public and one public health. While economic and social and political circumstances clearly vary across country, of course they vary within our own country as well, how we promote health in one neighborhood affects the next, and how we promote or how we allow health to deteriorate in one country rapidly affects another. That's the risk side. The advantage side is we also suddenly have a chance to learn solutions from other countries at an incredibly different speed and level. You could talk about kangaroo care from Colombia helping preterm infants, or Brazil helping the whole global community, lower costs of antiretrovirals, but we can pick any intervention in any country and find solutions around the planet. So you are graduating at this time that's tremendously exciting. You're going to have an extraordinary opportunity not to have to pick between a career that's local and a career that's global, but to be able to do both. You are already, and you know it, but I'm not sure all of your guests know what an incredibly local and global community you've been of students coming from Los Angeles to Chico, California, Sacramento to San Diego, Berney to Beaumont, Bolivia to Burkina Faso, China to Ghana, Myanmar to Nigeria. And your work has not only already been deeply local and global, but it has shown how linked those problems are, with students in the LA Unified School District working to reduce sexually transmitted diseases at the same time as others in your class have worked to stop infectious diseases in Uganda. Students working on violence in Los Angeles and violence in Bangladesh, telemedicine in Ethiopia and LA. So I have no doubt that together with your peers, you're going to have the opportunity to change the world, and I can't wait to see how you do change the world. So my one take-home message: celebrate that one public health, everything you do, wherever you end up landing. Keep that in mind, and I couldn't be more delighted that as a way to launch you on that public health career, I can welcome Roger Glass, our speaker, to be able to launch what has been, by telling you about his career and his pathway to this, help you think about one public health and one world. Dr. Roger Glass is director of the Fogarty International Center and associate director for international research at the NIH. The Fogarty Center is the premier US government branch for working on global health. I could go on and on about it, but I think most relevant to you all and to the 6 Fogarty graduates who are sitting among you is the fact that over the last 4 decades, nearly 5,000 scientists worldwide have received research training through Fogarty programs. Dr. Glass is the recipient of numerous awards, and I could list them at length here, but I think he will allow me to skip ahead from that and get to the impact piece, which is he has led studies in India, Bangladesh, Brazil, Mexico, Israel, Russia, Vietnam, and China, working on what to do about diarrheal disease, one of the most major killers. He's led an extraordinary career that has allowed him to work on these both globally and in the United States, and just the kind of career that I know so many of you are now about to launch on. So first, before I hand it to him, I just want to say congratulations again. One public health. Remember that one thing from me and have a fantastic time for the rest of this celebration that is all about you, but I want you to join me in welcoming Dr. Glass. He's fluent and often lectures in 5 languages, and we'll see which one he's picking today.